أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار أجرني وإياكم من النار ثم أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah Azza wa Jalla. Today being the 7th day of Ramadan, 1445 years after the hijrah of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, which correspond to the 17th of March, year 2024. Inshallah ta'ala, we shall continue our Ramadhan Tafseer of Suratul Ahzab. Yesterday, we have been able to read up to verse 8, where Allah Azza wa Jalla was teaching us about the Ulul Azm. And I mentioned yesterday that the Ulul Azm, they are how many? How many prophets? Ulul Azm, they are 5. And the best of them is our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we have the first of the messenger, Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. Then we have Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Then we have Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And then Prophet Isah alayhi salam. And we also mentioned yesterday that Allah Azza wa Jalla had an agreement with them. لِيَسْأَلَ الصَّادِقِينَ عَنْ صِدْقِهِمْ وَأَعَدَّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا. So that Allah Azza wa Jalla will ask those who are truthful as regards their truthfulness, and Allah has already prepared for those who are rejectors of the divine message of Allah a severe punishment. Today we move to verse 9 of the surah now.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ جاءتكم جنود فأرسلنا عليهم ريحا وجنودا لم تروها وكان الله بما تعملون بصيرا. إذ جاءوكم من فوقكم ومن أسفل منكم وإذ زاغت الأبصار وبلغت القلوب الحناجر وتظنون بالله الظنونا.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Allah Azza wa Jalla, having mentioned the agreement between him and the prophets, Allah Azza wa Jalla is now coming to the theme of this particular surah, Suratul Ahzab. Remember I mentioned to you in the first day, on the first day, that the reason why Allah Azza wa Jalla gave this surah, Suratul Ahzab, is because there is a battle that occurred in the time of the revelation of this surah called the Battle of Ahzab. Some of the sisters continue to make noise. So I said that in this particular battle, it is in this period that this surah was revealed. And today Allah Azza wa Jalla is going to be reminding us of the events he will be illustrating to us the details of this particular battle. That is when Allah begins to call the believers. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu.
Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu dhkuru ni'matallahi alaykum.
Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is calling on the believers. Oh, you who believe. Oh, you who have professed Iman. Uskuru, remember ni'matallahi alaykum. The favor of Allah, the blessing of Allah upon you. Remember the great favor of Allah upon you is ja'atkum junudun fa'arsalna alayhim.
فأرسلنا عليهم ريحا وجنودا لم تروها.
At the time when the armies, Junud, when the armies came attacking you, what did Allah do? فَأَرْسَلْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ رِيحًا. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He defended the believers by sending rain, that is the wind. Allah Azza wa Jalla sent wind to fight the disbelievers. وَجُنُودًا لَمْ تَرَوْهَا. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He also sent some other armies, لَمْ تَرَوْهَا, that you could not see, and those are the angels. Allah Azza wa Jalla deployed the angels in this particular battle, the battle of Ahzab. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرًا. And Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is ever seeing all that you do. Whatever you do is not in the absence of Allah Azza wa Jalla. This particular verse starts by the fact that Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is calling on the believers. صدر الله هذا الأمر بالنداء المتصف المنادى به بالإيمان. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is calling, and the one who is calling, He has described those people with Iman. فأولا تصدير الخطاب بنداء يدل على اهتمام به. The fact that Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is addressing them with the title of Iman shows that what He is addressing them with is very important. لأن نداء يوجب الانتباه. Because whenever somebody is calling your attention to something, whenever Allah Azza wa Jalla or anyone is calling you with any name, it's actually trying to bring your attention to something. فَلِذَلِكَ إِذَا وَجَدْتَ مِثْلَ هَذَا التَّعْبِيرِ. That is why whenever you see this kind of expression, فَعْلَمْ أَنَّ الْأَمْرُ هَامٌ. Whenever you see يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, Allah is calling on a particular people, it is very important. You should hold it with great care. ثم إن التوجيه الخطاب والنداء إلى من اتصف بالإيمان يدل على أن هذا من مقتضيات الإيمان. Then you should know that whenever Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is calling and addressing, facing one whom He has given a description, it shows that whatever He is going to give him as a command is one of the requirements of Iman. Because Allah Azza wa Jalla will not call you and He will now be giving you an instruction that is meant for another person. For example, if I am facing a student of knowledge now, it is expected that I should be telling him about subject like mathematics, subject like English. So I can't be telling him that which is not on his feet. So Allah Azza wa Jalla addressing us with Iman, showing that whatever He is going to be telling you now is one of the requirements of Iman. لأنه لا يوجب الخطاب لموصوف بصفة إلا أن ذلك من مقتضيات صفته. That is because He cannot address you or call you except that He is actually addressing what is required of you. ثم إن في وصفه بالإيمان إجراء لقبول ما وجه إليه. Allah Azza wa Jalla, the fact that He has described these people with Iman is actually appealing to them to accept whatever He is going to tell them. Yani, إذا قلت يا مؤمن, anytime I say يا مؤمن, oh believer, معناه أن أخبرك أن تقبل, is إن الإيمان يقتضي أن تقبل. So what I mean is that I am addressing you with this title, and I am appealing to you that whatever I am going to tell you, you should accept it. After all, I have actually addressed you with such quality. So فَفِي إِجْرَاءٌ عَلَى قَبُولِ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى بِهِ. So whenever Allah Azza wa Jalla, He is calling with Iman, He is actually appealing to you to accept whatever Allah Azza wa Jalla has commanded you with. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said that whenever you hear Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu far'aha sam'aka ay istami laha, that whenever you hear the word Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu in the Quran, then you should pay attention. That's why our old babas, then whenever they say Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, what do they say? Because they want to listen. So you should pay attention. Whenever Allah said, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, what do? Pay attention. Not after you say now, you see them making noise. So Allah said, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, oh you who believe. So you pay attention. Why? Because for imma khayrun tu'maru bihi. It is either Allah Azza wa Jalla is going to command you with goodness after it. Wa imma sharrun tunha an. Or He is going to be warning you against something that is bad for you. I hope you get it. It is either Allah will command you or He is prohibiting you. For example, in this particular aspect, Allah is commanding the believers. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu uskuru, command. Ni'matallah. In other places, Allah will say, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu la tubtilu sadaqatikum. Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu lima taquluna ma la taf'alun. So whenever Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu is coming in the Quran, listen to what comes after it. I hope we are together. Yeah. Now Allah Azza wa Jalla now said, what is He calling us to look at? He said, Uskuru ni'matallahi alayhi. He said, you should remember the favor of Allah upon you. Remember the goodness of Allah, wa fadli, and also the bounty of Allah upon you, the blessings of Allah. Is ja'atkum junud. At the time when they come to you, the armies attacking you with the intention to attack Medina, I have the ni'mah hasatu bizikr li'annaha ni'matun azima. This particular favor that Allah Azza wa Jalla is calling us to is a great ni'mah. Let's listen to this. If Allah Azza wa Jalla would have allowed the Muslims to be defeated in the battle of Ahzab, me and you wouldn't have been practicing Islam today. It was a great ni'mah from Allah Azza wa Jalla to the Muslims that He made the Muslims to overcome their enemies that day. So the ni'mah is not only for those people who were present in that time. It is also up to us today. So it is also the ni'mah of Allah that those of our forefathers who brought Islam to us while we were very small and they persevered. It is a great ni'mah of Allah upon us as well. So we need to thank Allah and also thank those people as well. Because without their effort, there wouldn't have been Islam for me and you. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He reward all of our pious predecessors. كما سيتبين من تصوير الله عز وجل لها. As Allah Azza wa Jalla is going to explain and is going to give illustration to this particular great name, this great blessing of Allah. Allah said, "It ja'atkum junud." Junud, At the time when the Junud, the armies were coming, this Junudun, you can see it is nakira. Nakira. لكنها يراد بها التعظيم والتكسير. It means that at the time when these armies, great armies were coming, how line Junud Suratul Ahzab, they are the confederates, the parties. It's not just one army from one location. They are different armies coming together to finish the Muslim land. As we see in Palestine today, the people fighting Palestinians are not just Israel. It is the whole world of people coming together to gang up against the Muslim land. The same way it happened during the time of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, history is repeating itself again in our own time. So they were parties of the Mushrikun, the pagans, and also the Yahud. Those are the Jews. الَّذِينَ تَهَذَّبُوا لِقِتَالِ النَّبِيِّ. They have actually come together in order to kill the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the leader of the Muslim community. And this happened in the 5th year of the Hijrah in Shawwal. I have already mentioned it in the beginning, the first day of our Tafseer. I must still ask today, and some of you will not still know. Now let's quickly look at what causes this particular battle. I have mentioned the preamble in the first day. If you are not here, you can go back and listen to it. I told you that it all happened in the defeat of Uhud. After the Muslims were defeated in the battle of Uhud, then the Mushrikun and the Yahud, everybody was now having mind to attack the Muslim community. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he turned the table against them, and he was able to overpower all of them. And it now down to the fact that none of them can be able to face the Muslim community alone without the assistance of the other. So they now come together. That if only us were to go now, we will not be able to finish them. If it were to be Palestinian, the Muslim land against the Israel, we would have finished Israel a long time ago. But no, what they do, they know that they cannot finish the Muslims. They now gather together. America is part of it. UK is part of it. France is part of it. All of them, as you know them, they come together. They are assisting one another against the Muslim community. And unfortunately, the Munafiqun in this ummah, they rear their head. Just as the same way the Munafiqun in the time of the Prophet Islam, they seize this opportunity and they rear their ugly heads. سببها أن الأشراف من بني نذير. The Banu Nadir, whom I mentioned that they were taken out of Medina, الذين أجلهم النبي, they were uprooted from Medina. You still remember the first day. If you do not know Banu Nadir, go back to the first lecture we did here. The Prophet Islam sent them out of Medina after they betrayed the Prophet Islam. After they break their covenant, the agreement they had with the Prophet Islam, and they put Medina into risk, into danger. لا شك أن قلوبهم امتلأت حقدا على النبي. There was no doubt that after they were uprooted from Medina, they were outside from Medina, their hearts were filled with hatred against the Muslims. Their hearts were filled with hatred and enmity against the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. فلما رأوا انتصار قريش في أحد أرادوا أن يستغلوا هذا الأمر. When they see that the Muslims have been defeated in the battle of Uhud, they now seize this opportunity. They now went to Quraysh. It's a very long story, so we should pay attention. It's the greatest battle in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This battle. They went to Quraysh and they were inciting the Quraysh to come and fight the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَوَعَدُوهُمْ أَنْ يَنْصُرُوهُمْ. They were promising the Quraysh that if Quraysh could come together, let them come together, they will fight this battle, that they are going to assist them to gain victory. They are going to assist them with all that they've got. وَأَنْ يَتَّصِلُوا the Bani Qurayza, Alladina Baqaw fil Medina. These people, they now contacted their brothers, the Yahudi that are still remaining in Medina, Banu Qurayza. They contacted them min ajli an yusayiduhum, so that they could also assist them. In Medina, it was not just the Muslims that were living in Medina. Some group of the Yahud, the Jews, they were also in Medina, and they had agreement with the Prophet ﷺ that they were going to protect Medina together. It's just like, for example, today, the Muslims are together in Nigeria here with the what? With their non-Muslim counterparts. And they now have agreement that we are going to protect Nigeria. Then somebody is coming to attack us, the Muslims in the north, then those from the east, they now contacted those from the east to betray our togetherness, our unity. And this was what happened. They contacted the Banu Qurayza to assist them in killing the Prophet ﷺ, because they thought that once they have finished the leader, then there is nothing for the Muslims anymore. فاجتمعت أحزاب عظيمة قدرت بعشرة آلاف مقاتل. They were able to gather a very great army that is approximately 10,000 fighters. 10,000 fighters. This is an army that the Muslims have never faced before. And not just 10,000 fighters, they were heavily armed. They were heavily armed with weapons and ammunition. وَهَدَرُوا إِلَى الْمَدِينَةِ. They were approaching Medina. They were approaching Medina. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the commander of the believers, he already planted his spy in various locations. So they sent message to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam that the people have already come together and they are marching towards Medina. It was a very great and terrible situation that the Muslims were facing at that time. Just imagine here that all of us staying in Guida, we now hear that the whole people of Kubwa, Kadini, Kaba, Gwagwa, I don't know if there's anyone over here. All of them, they are coming together to come and fight small Guida. And inside Guida again, the area one people, they have already contacted them. This is the situation. I need to picture it to you what the Muslims were facing at that time. It was a great test by Allah Azza wa Jalla. A very great test. Many of us here, in fact, there was one brother that was staying with us. He just heard that Fulani people attacked on the main road, and the next following day he packed his load and left this area. It wasn't easy. That is how war. We shouldn't pray for war. You understand? Nobody should pray for war because you might think that you have money. Forget all these people that will say, we are there. Finally, why is a lie? It is until war happens. It is war that produces heroes. Heroes don't produce war. It is war that generates a hero. You see, Prophet Dawood alayhi salam. I don't want to digress. When they were going into war, those people that were making mouth, oh prophet, give us a hand, we want to go and fight. When death began to come, they were falling down. We did not even hear the name of Prophet Dawood. Until the battlefield, what happened? وَقَتَلَ دَاوُودُ جَالُوتَ. As soon as they enter battle, Dawood, small Dawood, that is not having any position, has already killed the leader of the enemy. So it is not all about making mouth until we get there. May Allah not make us witness any more. So the Prophet Islam says that do not go to meet your enemies. But if it now be that you meet your enemies, fasbutu, you should be patient and be fair. Don't run away. Don't say that my wife said I should take her to hospital. We are not going anywhere. We are together. We are not going anywhere. It is not at that time he said that my working place, they said that I shouldn't come late today. No, you are going to lose that working place. So they now approach Medina. When the Prophet heard that they are coming, then he also went out with his companions. And he was thinking that they should go and face them. There was a man in the army of the Prophet called Salman al-Farisi. Salman al-Farisi accepted Islam at that time. Then he told the Prophet, he said, this strategy you want to use, O Prophet, that we should go and face them man to man, is it a revelation, O Prophet? The Prophet said, no, it's not a revelation, it's only my own idea. Do you have a better idea? He said, okay, for me, I think that we should not do that, because their numbers supersede us. The Muslim went against this army with just 3,000 armies. 10,000 against 10,000. How many? What is now the ratio? Ratio 3-1. It means that each person will have to be fighting 3 men. And the Muslims were not even equipped with war materials. Unlike these ones that are already ready. You know, the people that are coming to fight you, they are the ones that will be ready. They surprise you, you are not even planning for it. So Rasulullah said, what is your opinion? He said, as for me, I think that we should dig around Medina. Since we cannot fight all of them, let us dig around Medina. Let us dig a very big hole. Once we dig it, we will put inside the hole chuku trap in such a way that they will not be able to cross over. And anyone who tries to cross over will be met with what? Arrow. Look at a very beautiful strategy. Salman al-Farisi, radiallahu anhu. When Prophet had us, he said, oh wow, that is a very good idea. He was happy. On that particular day, the Muhajirun, because they were so happy with this idea, the Muhajirun said that Salman al-Farisi, because he's neither an Arab, he's not an Arab, so the Muhajirun were claiming Salman al-Farisi. The Ansar, they said, no, Salman al-Farisi is from us. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, Salman minna al-Bayt. That Salman is from us and is from my family. He gained the title from the Ahlul Bayt, the household of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This was the first battle that Salman al-Farisi was going to face. And he told the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that at the time whenever they are in their land, and they are being besieged, what they used to do is that they would dig holes, trench. They would dig trench so that no one will be able to move on. This was what the Muslims began to do. They began to dig the trench. Everyone was hardworking. Everyone was hardworking except the Munafiqun. The Munafiqun, you will never see them in the front because they don't wish good for the Muslims. The Munafiqun will always have excuse not to be part of any work that they are doing. They will always have excuse to be at the back. Of the Muslims, they divided the piece of land for them. They will say, you from here to this place is your own portion. Make sure you dig it well. From here to this place, another person. That is how they give everybody to dig. But the Munafiqun, Naqasal Munafiqun, they retreated. Before you know it, they will tell you in Abu Yud and Arab. They were bringing every kind of excuse. Watch out for yourself. Whenever they say there is work in this masjid, and what you always know is bringing an excuse. Watch out whether you are already a Munafiq. Anytime they say we want to do something, you will bring excuse not to do. Watch out, perhaps you are already a Munafiq. We are not telling just story. We are learning from this story in order to benefit from them. So we are not telling story of what happened in the past. We are not a historian. وَجَعَلُوا يَتَسَلَّلُونَ لِلْوَاذَا. Instead of them to be working, they were busy trying to see how they can protect their own home. Personal interest is their own. The Munafiqun are always concerned about their own personal interest more than the Jama'ah interest. And any Munafiqun you see, this is how they are. They love themselves more than anything. They don't care if they gain and the Jama'ah is at loss. They don't care. as long as they can gain whatever they want to gain. May Allah Azza wa Jalla may He clear us away from nifaq. Then Allah Azza wa Jalla, because of their dubious character on that particular battle, فَنَزَلَتْ فِيهِمْ آيَاتٌ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ. Allah revealed plenty verses to come and expose them. Allah was playing with them before. Allah now revealed plenty verses to come and expose them. Then the Muslims that they were working, after this one finishes with his own, look at the Muslims. When they finish with his own portion, he will go to the one who has not finished to assist him. Until they were able to complete what? The trench, digging the trench. It was a very big trench, a very big one, such that even if they carry their horse will not be able to what? To dive, not be able to jump over it. While they were digging, a lot of alama, a lot of signs happened on that particular day. One of it is فَفِي هَذَا الَّذِي ذَكَرْنَاهُ فِي هَذَا الْخَبَرِ مِنَ الْفِقْهِ. He said there is something that we need to quickly learn from what we have said so far. Number one is, it is part of wisdom that the rulers, the leaders, they should always seek advice from those who are around them. Especially when it has to do with the matter of going to war. You understand? Not just that only you just come one day, you say we are going to war. And you don't know what is the hell of, they can betray you and only you will go and fight. Yes, because you do not seek their opinion. So it is good that you seek their opinion and hear from them. What are they ready? Even if you feel that they are slacking, you can encourage them and tell them your reason why you want to decide on what you want to decide. Although it is not mandatory that whatever they said you are obliged to take it, but if it is best, as Salman al-Farisi brought his advice and it was better, Rasulullah opted for that advice. Number two, وَفِيهِ التَّحَصُّنُ مِنَ الْعَدُوِّ. There is nothing wrong that you are engaging an enemy and you are avoiding him. It is not part of fear. That you are avoiding enemy as much as you can is a prophetic method as well. Somebody is looking for your trouble, you are running away from the person, does not mean that you are a coward. I hope you understand. It doesn't mean that you are a coward. That's why I told you that you should try to avoid fights. Somebody is looking for your fight, try to be avoiding it. So that the moment he has pushed you to the wall and you want to come out, nobody will even have to what? Blame you at that time. But you shouldn't be a Muslim that every time you are even looking for the trouble yourself. Don't be a troublemaker or trouble seeker. But rather, you should try to avoid it. If you can avoid bloodshed, that is the best. Like you see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he avoided it. He didn't say, man in the wahi, let us go, all of us, let's go and die. Jihad is not all about going to die. Jihad is all about establishing Islam. What is the point when everybody has died? Who is now going to take over? So we need to learn from the prophetic method. And we also see here, أَنَّ حَفْرَ الْخَنْدَقِ يَكُونُ مَقْسُومًا عَلَى النَّاسِ. There were division of labor in this particular battle. Whoever finishes his own, then the other person will join. الْمُسْلِمُونَ يَدُونَ عَلَى مَنْ سِوَاهُ. You see, the Muslims, they are supporters over one another. So the Muslims should be supporting each other. Whenever they say there is work here, not that other people are working, you go and sit down. It is a bad character that they say there is work. Some people will just get up and be going. They will just get up. I don't know how Shaitan will beautify for them. I get up and be going. Not to concern you with the work. And they do not even have shame. They will just be going like that. Despite the announcement, even if you are having excuse, it connotes wisdom that you should meet those who are in charge to tell them that, I'm actually having issue at hand. I want to quickly go and do it. It shows that you respect and you recognize organization. But when you just go and do what you want to do, if everybody just go out like that, who will now do it? Then they are working only you go and sit down. Say, may your houseboys, they do it for you. Even if you are a leader, they are working. As you see, we are still going to see the Prophet Islam join the work. Even if you are a leader, they are working. You should also join. You should also join. Some of these our leaders, whenever they are going to battlefield, they should take some governors along. Yes, they should take some governors along, not for you to just sit down in one place and be dishing order. Unfortunately, they are only wearing uniforms sometimes. They cannot go to the battlefield. So this is how it was done. وفي البخاري ومسلم عن البراء بن عازب قال لما كان يوم الأحزاب وعند رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رأيته ينقل من تراب الهندق حتى وارى أنا جبال جدة البطن صلى الله عليه وسلم. He said, Bara bin Azib said, I saw with my eyes on the day of Honda, Rasulullah sallallahu was very busy working. Who are you? They said they are working. You push your members to be working. You just go and stand and fold hands. Okay? That of Ghana I know concern you. That reward you don't need them. That reward you don't need them. He said, Wallahi, I saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam carrying dust to run. He was carrying sand from one place to the other, trying to also dig his own. He said dust was covering his whole body. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who are you? Some of the leaders, especially Muslim organizations, whenever their members are working, they will come share you. They will come and sit down like this. Okay. You will not look greet them again. They will be the one greeting him. Who are you following? That is not how the Prophet lived his life. Had it been he was like that, they wouldn't have respected him. You have to go and remove your abada and come and work. And it is a sign of bad leadership when you see your leader not participating with what you do. He wants to enslave you. Don't allow it. Rasulullah did not do that. Don't allow anybody to hold you as a slave. Let him be part of it, except if he is very, very occupied and you can find a good excuse for him. But if he is known with that kind of character, it is a very bad example. On that particular day, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was gingering his members. He will be singing. We didn't have time to sing today. He was singing, and all of them were following him. He was raising his voice. I think our Islamic children, they know this song, Abi. Are they here? Allahumma lawla anta mahtadayna.
Allahumma lawla anta mahtadayna. ولا تصدقنا ولا صلينا اللهم لولا أنت ما اهتدينا ولا تصدقنا ولا صلينا فاغفر فداء كما اهتدينا ونحن عن فضلك ما استعينا وأنزل سكينة علينا وثبت الأقدام إن لقينا اللهم لولا أنت ما اهتدينا ولا تصدقنا ولا صلينا اللهم لولا أنت ما اهتدينا ولا تصدقنا ولا صلينا إنا إذا صحابنا أتينا وفي سهاتي أول علينا إذ الأولى هم بوى علينا ولا أرادوا فتنة علينا.
This was the song that our messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was singing. He was singing. Do you know the meaning of the song? Lahumma lawla anta mahtadayna wala tasaddaqna wala sallayna fa anzalna sakinatan alayna wa sabbitil aqdama in laqayna inal ada qad baqaw alayna wa in aradaw fitnatan abayna. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, Allahumma, oh Allah, lawla anta mahtadayna, hadn't been you did not guide us, wala tasaddaqna wala sallayna, we wouldn't have been giving alms, we wouldn't have been giving charity and praying. فَأَنْزِلَنْ سَكِينَةً عَلَيْنَا. Oh Allah, pour on us sakina. Don't give us fear. Don't allow us to fear these people. وَثَبِّتِ الْأَقْدَامِ إِنْ لَقَيْنَا. And oh Allah, make our feet to be firm in meeting our enemies. Don't make our leg to be shaky. He said, إِنَّ الْأَعْدَاءَ قَدْ بَغَوْا عَلَيْنَا. Oh Allah, these enemies before us, they have transgressed upon us. They want to cause us fitna. وَإِنْ أَرَادَوْا فِتْنَةً أَبَيْنَا. They are trying to move us away from our religion so that we commit kufr. أَبَيْنَا أَبَيْنَا. We have refused. This was the song that the Prophet was charging his companions. All of them were singing and they were motivated. As a leader, you should always find a way to motivate your members. If you don't know how to motivate your members, you say, I don't talk to them, they don't want to hear. You're bad leader with that. I talk to them, they don't want to hear. Bad leader. To the complaint. Then as for the miracle that happened on this particular day, while the Prophet ﷺ commanded them, the same Bara bin Azib said, when the Prophet commanded them to dig the trench, while they were digging the trench, they come upon a very big rock. And this rock, they tried to use their axe to break it. They could not break it. فَاشْتَكَيْنَا ذَلِكَ لِرَسُولِ اللَّهِ. We complained that to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فَجَاءَ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ فَأَلْقَى ثَوْبَهُ. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he threw his clothes back. وَأَخَذَ الْمِغْوَلَ. And he took the axe by his hand. وَقَالَ. And he said, Bismillah. فَضَرَبَ ضَرْبَةً فَكَسَّرَ رَسُولُ صَلَّى. He hit the rock, and this rock is now break. 1/3 of it now break. So Makala, Rasulullah now shouted and said, Allahu Akbar. He said, Utitu mafatihu Sham. He said, I have been given the keys to Sham. Wallahi, inni la absiru ila qusuriha al-hamra al-ana min makani hadha. He said, I have been given the key to Sham. Bimana, I have been promised that I am going to conquer Sham. And I saw it here. While I am sitting here, I can see Sham. He was motivating his companions that don't worry, this battle we are going to win it. Not only are we going to win it, I am telling you that we are going to conquer Sham. Just like the example I give you, I am telling you that, oh, forget about the fact that Cuba people are coming to attack us. And Kagini, they are also coming from this side. Kaba, they are coming from this side. Wagwa, they are coming. And even the Monabikum around the area 1, they are also coming. And I am now telling you that, don't worry, we are going to conquer Nigeria. You know, if you do not have the man, you say, am I, what is wrong with you? See us, we cannot even go anywhere. You are telling us that we are going to come. Let us even deal with this one there. But Rasulullah, he is telling his companion that they are going to conquer it. After that, Rasulullah hit it again. He said, Bismillah. Another 1/3 of it now break. He said, Allahu Akbar. I have been given the keys to Persia. Wallahi, I can see the White House from here. I can see the White House from here. The Muslims are going to conquer it. So Rasulullah now hit it the third time. He said, Bismillah. Al-Hajar. Then the Hajar, the stone, now break into pieces. He said, Allahu Akbar. I have been given the keys to Yemen. Wallahi, inni la ubsira baba Sana'a. I can see its gates being wide open. Sahahu Muhammad Abdul Haq. Falamma faragha Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam finished in digging the trench, you can see the Prophet was part and parcel of the work. So as a leader as well, you should be part of the duty that you are sending people to do. And it also shows that Rasulullah was physically active. He is not having big belly that cannot move. You know, they said that they said it is their Satan soul, and you don't know where. They said there are some army generals that went into bush to go and fight Boko Haram. And you know, these our gallant soldiers, they are very, very strong, you know. So when the Boko Haram were pushing them and they begin to retreat, I don't want to say it, they are running away anyway. So they were retreating. So when they were retreating, the general who is able to be the order was having, you know, pot belly. He could not run. He was now begging them, please carry me, please carry me. So what am I saying? As a leader, be physically active. Not that they say they come, you can't be wahala again. Or they say they come, now you first go hide under bed. At least as a leader, you have to demonstrate that courage. And if it is possible, be very strong. Look at Rasulullah, they were weak. They could not break that rock. What did the Prophet did? He collected it and hit it. They said they made a carry something. You as a leader, you are not there. I hope I am strong a little bit. So the Prophet ﷺ, he now faced this army of 10,000 that are made of different tribes. From Kinana to Ahli Tuhama, from the Qatafan tribe, all of them from the Al Najd, they were coming to Medina. حتى نزلوا إلى جانب أحد, until they come from the side of Uhud. وخرج رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم والمسلمون حتى نزلوا بالزهر السلمي في 3,000. Rasulullah met them with 3,000 armies. 10,000 armies. They were on the other side. The Muslims were also on the other side. Anytime they try to come in, then they are faced with, they rush them with what? With archers, arrows. There was one that managed to come up, that managed to what? To jump and cross over. Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, Abu Haydaram, he faced him. He was coming because he's a very giant one. He said that, who amongst you want to dwell? All the Muslims were like, this one in Apatako, you want to go fight this one? Sayyidina Ali said, I want to go. Go. Who wants to fight? Everybody did not want, nobody wants to step out. Sayyidina Ali said, Prophet, allow me to go. Until the Prophet gave permission. He now went to meet him. He said, now you descend. He said, yes, because the other people are over there, they are too much for you. So they said, man, I just can't take care of you. He said, please, they go. They go. I don't want to stain my hand with your blood. He said, oh, let us start it. When they started it, they were raising dust. They raised dust, the both parties don't know who is actually winning. Until at the end of it all, Sayyidina Ali struck this man, this dirty kafir. He struck him so hard that he died. At the end of the day, Sayyidina Ali was coming back to the Muslim camp. And everybody was like, how did it happen? That is the power of Iman. We do not fight with our strength. We fight with Iman. We fight with Iman. That is why there is one hooligan that attacked our sister today. He doesn't know that even our sisters are Mujahideen. While everybody was coming for Saul, the hooligan was perambulating, looking at who to attack. He saw somebody with hijab. Next time he has learned his lesson. Whenever he saw somebody with hijab, you should run away. They are not ordinary people. They are people of God. God assisted her to fight with one hand. With one hand. Had it been his sister used two hands, somebody would have died. Moving around in the night because they are jobless. They don't want to work. All they know is how to smoke Igbo. Smoke every smokeable. They can even smoke toilet. You understand? Drinking alcohol every time. They attacked the sister this morning. Yes, she sustained injury, but I'm sure that hooligan, may Allah increase his pain for you. He's African. His African continent is having a problem right now. Do you know understand what the meaning of African continent? Sister, anybody who attack you next time, in fact, not just African continent, even the European continent, hold it and pull it down. Pull it. Pull it down. Don't be doing smell. And shout. Shout. I pray and hope that he should be rendered impotent. May Allah never allow that thing to work. And may Allah never give him power to attack anybody again. Just because of phone, you are attacking somebody, you want to collect his phone. And this is a warning to all those kind of criminals. The day we catch criminals in this place, you should forget. We are Nigerians. We know how we do it in the Nigerian way. So we should be very, very careful. And this is also another lesson to some of us. You should be agile. Don't be an Akamu sister. May Allah bless you with one. Amen. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam went to face this mushrikun, and he now made Abdullah bin Maktoum to be the leader of Medina. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a very good leader. He did not leave Medina without any care. He put it in the hand of Abdullah bin Maktoum. Despite the fact that Abdullah bin Maktoum is a blind man. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nobody is useless in the organization of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I used to tell us that nobody is useless. There are some brothers here, if you tell them to pay money for Ramadan, if you like, hold their neck like this, they will never pay. I'm telling you, they will never pay. But there are other portions which they can do and nobody can do it as well. This is not to say that if they say Ramadan money, you now say that I don't pay, they get Ramadan to where I want to go to. Don't you get yourself. But what I'm trying to say is that Rasulullah, nobody is useless in his work, even the Munafiqun. Yes, even the Munafiqun. The Prophet knew that Munafiqun are part of his army, but he allowed them. You understand? So sometimes we know that this person is a Munafiqun. Just allow him, so that our number can be each way, at least add to our number. But don't trust that anything happens, you will stand. Just the number should just be there. Then while this war was going on, I've been giving time 15 minutes when I'm just coming. Okay. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam now tested the Muslim with another extra test. You know, Allah will be testing you as if that one is not enough. You add another one for you. That's why you see some people say, "Why me?" They say, "Why me?" Allah is testing you. The Prophet said that when you read the law of being higher, you submit. Whoever Allah loves is testing. So Allah is testing you and you pass, He will obey you. If you pass, if you are giving an exam in the school, is it because the teacher hates you? No. He wants you to pass so that He can promote you. If you do well, you'll be promoted. If you do not do well, there is likely possibility that you have to repeat that pass. The same way, Allah is testing the believers by adding another trouble for them. What was the trouble? The Banu Nadir now contacted their brother, Yahudi brother, the Banu Qurayza. You understand? I want to picturize this for you. Assuming the Kubwa people, they are the Banu Nadir. Now they have contacted Banu Qurayza in Area 1. Initially, the people of Area 1, the Banu Qurayza, they hesitated. You understand? They hesitated. The Banu Qurayza, the Banu Nadir, they are inciting them that they should break their agreement with the Prophet ﷺ, that they should break it so that they can form alliance and defeat this man. After all, we have the same religion. فقالوا كيف ننقض عهد بيننا وبين محمد? How can we break the agreement between us and Muhammad? وهؤلاء الجنود التي أوتيتم به. Look at the armies you brought. لَيْسَ هَذَا مَحَلُّ إِقَامَتِهِمْ وَلَا سُكُنَاهُمْ. This army you brought, they are not living with us here. This is not their place of residence. If they actually gain victory, they are going to share with us in our victory. Ghanima, war booty, they will share it with us. But when Ra'aw Hazima, if they see defeat, what do they do? ذهبوا إلى بلادهم وبقينا نحن تحت سلطة محمد. They will leave and go back to their residence, to their places, to their land, but they will not leave us under the mercy of Muhammad. It's just like Area 1 people who say that, if we go and break, what's it called? The treaty with the bigger people now. What if they now defeated new people? And you people now go back to your land? What will now happen to us? What will now happen to us? So this was what they say. This was a reasonable statement from them. But لَكِنَّهُمْ مَقُولُ مِنَّا هِيَةِ دُنْيَوِيًّا. They were only looking at it from the dunya aspect. It's not as if they don't want to attack the problem, but they are looking at the consequences. Will they be able to bear it? وَأَبَوْا أَنْ يُشَارِكُهُمْ. They refused to participate with them. But these people, the Banu Nadir, they did not stop. They continue to tell them, please now, we need insider. We need to beat them from the inside as well. It is not enough that we bring 10,000 soldiers. We need somebody from inside to be able to break them so that we face them from outside and from inside as well. That is exactly what is happening to the Muslim land today. Who is this Israelite? Who are these Americans? If the Muslims were to come together, do you know how many numbers we are having as Muslims? 1.6 billion, more than that. If the Muslims were to come together, who can be able to stand to face them? But the Munafiqun will not allow it. The Munafiqun will not allow it. They are already taking side with the Kuffar. Look at Palestine. After all the massacre going on, some Arab leaders are still dining with the Yahudi. They are still supplying them with arms and ammunition that will be used to kill their own brothers. The same thing is happening here in our own land. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla for safety. At the end of the day, they break the treaty with the Prophet. They break the agreement with the Prophet. Then that now added to more trouble on the Muslims. The Muslims remain besieged in their own land. They surrounded the Muslims in their own land. And the companions, Qariban min ash-shahr, very close to a month. Close to a month, nobody can go outside Medina. Imagine we are surrounded, as I've already illustrated in Wida here, and nobody can go outside Kubwa again. You cannot go to Gagini. You cannot go through this way. You are surrounded in every way. It means that there is going to be hunger. You cannot go out to import. Exactly what is happening in Palestine today. They were besieged. They don't have way to even migrate from Palestine, to even run away. You cannot run away. If you are watching what is happening in the social media, you will see some of them, they are already turning into something else. They are not resembling human beings as a result of extreme hunger. They do not do anything. What they did was La ilaha illallah. That is what they did. It added more trouble on the Muslims. Without hard, the situation becomes very difficult. وَاشْتَدَّ الْحَرْبُ عَلَى الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Fear were at the extreme. Fear. Everybody was scared. Nobody knows what is going to happen at any time. Because at any time, they can come and exterminate the Muslims. They will annihilate all of them, as it is happening in Palestine. We ask Allah may He grant victory to our brothers. May Allah grant them sibat and patience. And what Allah has promised the believers of victory, may Allah grant it to them. Allah Azza wa Jalla at that time, in the time of the Prophet, is still Allah now, and He has the same power. May Allah Azza wa Jalla show His power in Palestine. ثم إن نعيم بن مسعود. We will stop in this particular one that I'm about to say. Nu'aym bin Mas'ud is a man from Ghatafan. His own tribe were also among the people that came to attack Medina. His own tribesmen were also among those who came to attack Medina. So he now came in the middle of the night. He came to meet the Prophet ﷺ. He said, Inni aslamtu. In me, Islam, I have accepted Islam. وَإِنَّ قَوْمِ لَمْ يَعْلَمُوا بِإِسْلَامِ. My people did not know that I accepted Islam. فَمُرْنِي بِمَا شِئْتَ. Command me however you want. Tell me what to do. This is how Allah Azza wa Jalla plans his victory. Allah do his victory in a way that he wants. He made somebody to accept Islam in the battle, when the battle was on, and the person came to meet the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Despite what is happening in Palestine, despite all the massacre that is going on against the Muslims, people are still accepting Islam. Are you not seeing in this Ramadan? Are you watching what is happening in this Ramadan? Some of you don't know what is happening, but many notable non-Muslims, they are entering Islam. Notables. If you do not hear that the richest man in England, the richest man in UK has accepted just yesterday, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? A renowned rapper, what is his name? Lee John. Okay, Lee John accepted Islam. A renowned rapper that the whole world knows, he accepted Islam. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla, may He guide all of the non-Muslims to Islam. Allah can do it. Allah can do it. In the battlefield, Mu'ayn ibn Mas'ud accepted Islam and he went to the Prophet ﷺ. Command me with whatever you want. Rasulullah now said, Innama anta rajulun wahid. Although you are only one man. Although you are only one man, go back to your people. Go and stay with them. Don't come to here. Because coming here is not going to be an advantage to us. Stay with them and see how you can manipulate it so that these people can be what? Can be taken away from us. And he told him, Al-Harbu Hudwa. Al-Harbu Hudwa. War is deception. War is deception. You understand? You are allowed to lie in war times. And go and tell your enemy, you can make your enemy to believe that you are coming through this place, whereas you are coming from the other side. Don't tell your enemy that I am coming to this side, I am coming through this side. My people say, the arrow that you see cannot hit you. If you are somebody that you want to fight somebody, tell the person, I want to slap you, and it is through this place I want to slap you. If you are a coward, leave your family like that now, I will hit it. So the Prophet now told him, Al-Harbu Hudwa. Therefore, then Nu'aym bin Mas'ud now went. You know what he did? He went to Banu Qurayza first. He went and told them, the Banu Qurayza, you see not the Banu Qurayza, but they are the one in area 1. You understand? They are the one that broke the agreement with the Prophet Islam and joined Quraysh and their allies. وَكَانَ نَدِيمًا لَهُمْ. Nu'aym bin Mas'ud, he is one who has connection with all the tribes. He went to the people of area 1, Banu Qurayza, and told them, because before now, they were people, they know him, and they respected him in Jahiliyyah. But they did not know that he has accepted Islam. So he now said, Ya Banu Qurayza, you people know how much I love you people. You know how much I love you. And you know that I'm the best advisor to you people. Call you, so doctor, say yes, of course, you are a good person to us. Last time in that time, you are not somebody who can be suspected for anything. But he now told them, in Quraysh, you see this Quraysh that has come from another land. You see these people, Kagini, Kaba, Wawa, you see all these people that are found. They have come and fight Muhammad. And you people are assisting them against Muhammad. وَإِنَّ قُرَيْشْ وَغَطَفَانُ لَيْسُوا كَهَيْئَتِكُمْ. He said that, do you know that the Ghatafan and the Banu Nadir and others, do you know that they are not like you? Aren't you aware that this is your own land? This is your own land. After this war, area 1 is still going to be here. Your wealth is here. Your children is here. Your women are here. You do not have any other place that you can try to even move to. But you see the Quraysh, Waqatafan, their wealth, their children, their women, all of them, they are what? They are in other place. Even if they what? Even if they fight and they were defeated, what do? They go back to their land. They will go back to their land. And they will not leave you to do for you and Muhammad to come and to do in our land. La taqata be in halabikum. He said, I'm sure you people know that if that happened, you people do not have the power to contend with the army of Muhammad. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Fala tuqatilu ma'al qawm. Do not fight with these people. Oh. Don't join them to fight against Muhammad until you hold some of their big men as hostage. Tell them that in order for you people to join this fight, there is need for you to arrest their best men like 10. They should give you as a mortgage so that you keep them here. So anything that happens, they can all run away. Let them bring their commander, tell the commander and place here. So that if they have been able to do that, then you can proceed and go and fight Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. قالوا لقد أشركت بالرأي ونصها ثم أخرج حتى قريش. And I say, that is a very good opinion you have brought. This is a very good opinion you have brought. So he now went to Quraysh and he went to meet Abu Sufyan and those who were with him from the people of Quraysh. He now told them the same thing. That you know how much I love you people. And you know that me and Muhammad, we have nothing to do with each other. فَقَدْ بَلَغَنِي أَمْرٌ رَأَيْتُ حَقًّا عَلَيَّ أَنْ أُبَلِّغُكُمْ نُصْحًا لَكُمْ. He said, there is an information that has come to me. And I have seen that it is upon me to let you people know, so that I can advise you people. But one thing you people have to do for me, فَاكْتُمُوا عَلَيَّ, hide my identity. Whatever happened, do not mention that I'm the one to come and tell you. They nod their head, they say, we are going to do that. He now told them that you know that the people of Yahud, do you know that they have repented? You think that they have already broken their agreement with the prophet? They have actually taught another different way, and they have gone back to the prophet to seek for forgiveness. They have regretted their action. وَقَدْ أَرْسَلْنَا إِلَيْهِمْ أَنَّا قَدْ نُودِمَا عَلَى مَا فَعَلْنَا. They have already sent message to the prophet, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that we have already regretted the action we did by breaking our ties with you. فَهَلْ يُرْضِيكَ أَنَّ أَنَّهُ مِنْ قُرَيْشٍ. They now tell the prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that will you be happy? Listen to this one. They told the prophet, will you be happy if we take 3 of the Quraysh men for you, so that we use that one to please you as to regard what you have done for you? Ghatafan, so that we can also take some men from Ghatafan as well, from their main commanders, so that when we get them, we can slaughter them, so that you'll be happy with us. Then we will not be with you, we will not be with you to fight those that remains. And Rasulullah has replied to them that he agrees. So he now told them, when Ibn Masud now told them, فَإِنْ بَأَسْتَ إِلَيْكُمْ فَإِنْ بَيْتَتْ إِلَيْكُمْ يَهُودُ يَلْتَمِسُونَ رُمْنَ مِنْ رِجَالِكُمْ. If the Yahud should send to you people that they need some men from you, do not send your men to them. Do not even send even one man to them. So Maharaja Hatta Ghatafan, he came to people of Ghatafan. He also said the same thing. Yamashal Ghatafan, you people are my people. I told you that he's from Ghatafan. He said, you people are my people, you are my family. And I love you people. I love you people more than any other person. And I'm not sure that you people will doubt me. He said, you are always truthful, we will never doubt you. He said, but you are going to keep this secret that I want to tell you people. They said, yes, no problem. He now said to them the same thing he said to the Quraysh. And he now warned them the same way he warned the other people. So Abbas Sufyan, وَمَنْ عَلَى شَاكِلَةُ أَرْسَلِ إِلَى بَنُو قُرَيْظَةَ. They now said to Banu Qurayza, يَقُولُونَ لَهُمْ, and they now said to them, إِنَّ لَسْنَا بِدَارِ مَقَامٍ قَدْ هَلَكَ الْحَقُّ وَالْحَافِظُ فَقْدُوا الْقِتَالِ حَتَّى نُنَاجِزْ مُحَمَّدًا. They now said to the Banu Qurayza that you people should start attacking. That if you people start attacking from your own end, then the prophet will be busy with you people so that we can cross over. Because we cannot cross over since they are guiding the border. So what now happened? فَأَرْسَلُوا إِلَيْهِ. They now send message to them that land catching mark. We are not going to battle with you people until you bring some men from you people that will be with us as a motivate. After that, we can now go and fight, no problem. Because we are fearing that if matter became hot, when the war becomes difficult, you people will now return and run away to your land. And you will now leave us exposed with Prophet Muhammad, and we do not have power to fight him. So for that reason, you are going to drop your men here as a motivate. When the messenger that they sent, when he returned back to them with what Banu Qurayza mentioned, Quraysh and Qatafan now said, "Ta'lamunna wallah, inna alladhi addathakum bihi Nu'aym bin Mas'ud lahaq." He said, So what Nu'aym bin Mas'ud said was the truth. فَأَرْسَلُوا إِلَى Banu Qurayza. They now said to Banu Qurayza, say, Wallahi, we swear by Allah, لَا نَدْفَوْ إِلَيْكُمْ رَجُلًا وَاحِدًا مِنْ رِجَالِنَا. We will never send even a single man to you people. What are they doing now? They are trying to break their trust. You know, a divided house cannot hold water. That is why unity is very, very important. No matter what is going on, we must continue to be united. Because a divided house can easily be what? Finished. And this is what is finishing them. They do not trust each other again. People that, and they are the ones that cause these ones to what? To break the promise, the agreement between them. فَأَرْسَلُوا إِلَى بَنِي قُرَيْظَةَ. Okay, فَإِنْ كُنْتُمْ تُرِيدُونَ الْقِتَالَ. They now told them, if you want to fight, go and fight. فَأَخْرُجُوا, go and fight. فَقَاتِلُوا. فَقَالَتْ بَنُو قُرَيْظَةَ حِينَ انتهت إِلَيْهِمُ الرُّسُلُ بِهَذَا إِنَّ الَّذِي ذَكَرَ لَكُمْ نُعَيْمٌ بِنْ مَسْعُودٍ لَهَا. When they also send message to Banu Qurayza that they are not going to send any of their men, they now say, so the message that Nu'aym bin Mas'ud told them is actually the truth. So these people wanted us to go and fight for them so that they will now expose us. So we will not fight for them again. Ma yuridu al-qawmu illa an yuqatilu. These people, they just want us to go and fight. And they are waiting for opportunity. And when they see that opportunity, they will take the advantage. And they will not prepare and run away to their land. So they now said that we are not going to fight. We will not fight. Because of time, it is better we stop here. It is better we stop here. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to be pleased with Nu'aym bin Mas'ud. Do you see how Nu'aym bin Mas'ud presented himself? He presented himself to assist the Ummah. They tell you that the woman needs something and you have it. You are being stingy with it. You are having generator. They said the woman needs generator. You say you don't want to bring your generator. You are having fan. They said the woman needs fan. You say you don't carry a fan, come out. And you know that the woman is in need of it. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to heal a brother here, Abu Abdul Samad. I usually pray for him. Wherever he went to, whether in his working place, he is thinking of his Jama'ah. Look at it. He went to a place and he saw the opportunity of chairs. And he felt that he has the Jama'ah. He want to bring it. Bring the issue to them. And by the virtue of that, we are able to have chairs in this. May Allah reward him abundantly. Just recently, again, he's talking to the school management that we have an organization like this, and they are in need of generator. And we hope our friends will listen to him again. Pamphlet, we have been looking on how to do pamphlet all this one. Sometimes we are going to Dawa, we have to even do photocopy. And whatever he is, he's looking. He's looking. For some of us, we so much care only about ourselves, and that is why we still remain where we are. When you do that of Allah, Allah will do for you. But if you say nafsi, myself, Allah will leave you to yourself. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, may we take sense from that. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.